When you have the direct deposit module for CenterPoint, a direct deposit file is usually created when you post your pay run. CenterPoint also offers some additional tools for managing direct deposit files. These can be found underneath the menu option of Processes and Direct Deposit, or if you're integrated with one of our accounting software products, it'll be Processes Payroll Direct Deposit. The first one that I'm going to talk about is the Create Direct Deposit Prenote. But before I go to that screen, I want to go to the setup of an employee. And I'm going to edit an employee and go to the Direct Deposit tab. The Direct Deposit tab is where you would set up any new bank account information for an employee that you're either enrolling for the first time, or if you're changing their bank account information for an employee who has previously enrolled in direct deposit. For each new bank account that you set up, you're going to set it up with a status of prenote. So it'll either be checking prenote or it'll be savings prenote. If you do a pay run while the employee is in prenote status, they will still get a paper check. However, they will be included in the direct deposit file with $0 so that their bank can verify the account setup accuracy. The following pay run would actually be the first pay run with their direct deposit. The exception to that rule is that if they were previously set up with direct deposit and you were just setting up new bank account information, their direct deposit will still occur. They'll still be included in this direct deposit file with the new accounts at $0, but their old account will still be included. Whatever was marked as their previous primary account will get their direct deposit. So if that account doesn't exist anymore, we need to take care of that, but it should go to their prior account. Now, we can avoid the whole paper check situation if you send a pre-note file to the bank prior to your next pay run. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to save this information and close out of the screen, and we'll go to Processes, Direct Deposit, and Create Direct Deposit Pre-Note. You'll select the company and the bank account. It'll default the information from your direct deposit tab on that bank account. So it'll default the path that you want to create that direct deposit file in and the name of the file. It'll also bring forward the immediate origin of the file from that setup screen. So you can override that information. You'll want to select the transmission date and time for the file, and then the effective entry date. The effective entry date usually for these pre-notification files can be the same as the transmission date since no real dollars are being transferred. CenterPoint will automatically move all of the employees enrolled in direct deposit over to the right-hand side. If you need to or want to remove any of those employees from this file, you can move them over to the left-hand side just by either double-clicking on them or highlighting them and moving them with the arrow keys back to the left-hand side. When you're ready, you'll click Create File, and it'll create the file in that folder underneath that name, and then you can follow the bank's instructions for uploading that file to the bank. The next feature that we're going to talk about is the Direct Deposit File Viewer, and this can be used when troubleshooting problems with direct deposit files that you send to the bank. So underneath Processes and Direct Deposit Files or Direct Deposit, there's an option for the Direct Deposit File Viewer. We can select one of the previously created direct deposit files by browsing to that folder using the Browse button and then selecting the file that you want to do the troubleshooting on and click Open. CenterPoint will then break down that file into its different sections, and for each section, it'll show you all of the different fields of information and the value in those fields, which can be handy when troubleshooting any problems with the bank. I'm going to close that screen. The last option on the screen or on the direct deposit menu is under File, Processes and Direct Deposit. There's the option to create a direct deposit file. Now, previously I said the direct deposit files usually get created when you post a pay run. There is, however, the time where somebody might have accidentally clicked cancel on that screen and didn't create the direct deposit file. So now you need to create it, and you can do it from this screen. or maybe somebody deleted the file and you need to recreate it. Another reason for needing to come here might be because one of the employees had forgotten to tell you what the bank, that their bank account information had changed. So their direct deposit failed and you want to fix their bank account information and then recreate a direct deposit file with just that person in them. All of those options can be used on that screen. To create a direct deposit file for a pay run, you would highlight the pay run and click Create. Now, if you are needing to select just some employees, you would click on the Employee button and move those employees that you are including in this file to the right. If you don't move anybody to the right, then it will create it with all of the employees. You'll choose the transmission date for the file, the time, and then the effective entry date of the file. Again, it'll default information from the bank account direct deposit file tab setup. So it'll show you what folder that's going to create the file in, the name of the file, and the immediate origin. If you are enrolled in the NAP Pay feature, you can click the Upload file to upload the file to the bank using NAP Pay. If you are sending the bank the file manually, then you could click Create File to create the file and it'll create it in that folder, and then you can follow the bank's instructions for uploading the file to their site. Now, if you are using NAP Pay, one of the things that you might want to add to this screen is this column here indicating whether or not a file has been uploaded. To add that column, you could right-click, go to Add Remove Columns, and put a check mark into the column called Uploaded so that you would be able to see which files have been uploaded. Now, another reason for even coming to this screen might be because you have multiple pay runs that you want to combine into a single direct deposit file. Let's say you create two pay runs for the same time period, maybe one for your salary employees and one for your hourly employees, and now you want to combine them into a single direct deposit file. You can do that by highlighting the files that you want to combine into a single direct deposit file and then clicking the Create button and filling out the information to either create a new file or to upload it to NAP Pay. But you see here that it's including both of those pay runs now. And those are the tools that are available for you to manage these direct deposit files. So those give you the control to troubleshoot and to also take and create or recreate direct deposit files.